Are we on?
So they say.
All right. Hop the Bible do bring me sunshine.
Bring me sunshine.
In your smile.
In your smile.
Make me happy.
Make me happy.
All the while. In this world where we live, there should be more happiness. So much joy you can give to each brand new bright tomorrow. Hello, good evening and welcome to episode 317. Yeah, 317. And it's Mittwoch already. Already Wednesday, I don't believe it. Where does time fly? I don't know, it's all gone, isn't it? It's all gone. So, ladies and gentlemen, all right, welcome to the Ian and Vince show, or the sofa stream. Hello, I say. My dog has no nose. I need someone to do the thing. Your dog has no nose, how does it smell? Go on.
Your dog has no nose, how does it smell?
Awful.
Oh dear.
There we go. So anyway, send your requests and we'll try and do them. We're only going to do a short while. And we're going to keep this thing going, but we're just going to do shorter versions. Smaller people. Well, not smaller people. Less people, less time. But we're going to carry on. So here we go. Bring me fun. Bring me sunshine. Bring me love. Alright then, let me see if I can search for us. See if we come up. Episode 317. Let's see if it's there.
Facebook not working again. Facebook playing up again.
Facebook's not working. My sound is. Let me see if I can search for it. Ooh, there we go.
That must be
Roy Litchfield, it's duo on the sofa time. Benega, hello. Ben, you're going to have to do, I'm afraid, a Lego version of me and Vince on as the sofa stream duo. Or you can do one as a trio with Ken here as well. There you go.
Right, well I've gone over to YouTube myself since apparently that's all that's working.
Yeah, I got it on YouTube, that's it, I'm afraid. Hopefully everyone's realised that and they're jumping in. Yundon Lodler is hi Ian and Vince. Hello.
Hello.
Charles, good evening. Wayne McCombie in, I've mastered I Want to Be Like You, following the tutorial.
Fantastic.
Brilliant. It's all it's the Saturn dolls that help that one along. I know. Spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Hi everyone. Good, lovely. So we got some people there. Hopefully I will let them catch up for those that are coming over from Facebook. We'll have to get our remote Alex to put on Facebook that it's on. It's probably already done that to come on over. All right then. So should we do something first?
Well, I think in these times, there's one thing you can do when.
Accentuate the positive. Very good.
I think
someone actually asked for that the other day. Yeah. Who was it? Which of you asked for accentuate the positive? Let us know. Hi all from Abaguchi. You gotta accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In Between. You gotta spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum, or else pandemonium liable to walk up on the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in a whale, Noah in the ark. What did they do when everything looked so dark? You've got to accentuate the positive, eliminate Need the negative, latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. Take it, Professor. Hey, Anthony, ciao. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the whale, Noah in the ark. What did they do when everything looked so dark? You've got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. No, no. Do not mess with Mr. In Between. Mm-mm. Do not mess with Mr. In Between. You dig?
There you go.
Well, that's definitely what we're all doing nowadays, isn't it? Accentuating the positive. And somebody said that they do normally ask for it. Right, it's gone past now.
A few days ago, I think, and I'm not sure who.
Yeah. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Oh, I can
All right, so
good. They said they can hear you today. Good.
would love Zulu, Queen of the Dwarf People, would love a health update on the rest of the guys. I worry. Don't worry. There's just like, there's a few sniffles, sore throat, cough. It's cold. It's England, Birmingham. Not bad for once in a year, but not taking any chances with the world as it is at the moment.
Exactly. Oh, a nice comment here. Stephen Frost says, "Good evening, sofa dreamers."
Sofa dreamers.
Oh, that's
maybe
a
it's
nice
going to
way
be.
of putting this.
Maybe it's going to be sofa streamers, but sofa dreamers sounds better.
Oh yeah, we're in a bit of a sofa dream. Maybe that's how it comes across. We're playing some nice, soft, jazzy, positive stuff, and
except for the odd Johnny Burnett.
yeah, well, we get excited as well. Can't stop that, can we?
Why don't we do about anybody here but us chickens? See if that works with.
Yeah.
Just as a duo.
Someone suggested White Cliffs for later as another positive one.
Do it now, before we forget.
I'll tell you
Who is it?
Jara Mega. Is that how you pronounce
Jara
it?
Mega? Mega, is that?
Jara Mega.
Jara Mega. You know what I'm like for pronouncing names.
Oh, right. Well, we can try that.
I definitely try that. Well, there'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover tomorrow. Just you wait and see. Well, there'll be love and laughter, peace forever after tomorrow. When the world is free, shepherd can tend his sheep, and the valley will bloom again. Jimmy can go to sleep in his own little pad again. Well, there'll be mellow bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover. Oh, tomorrow, baby, when the world is free. Ah, professory. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover tomorrow. Just you wait and see. where there'll be love and laughter, peace forever after tomorrow, when the world is free. Shepherd can't tend his sheep on the valley where Bloomer can. Jimmy can go to sleep, and it's on there to pat again. Well, there'll be mellow bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover. Oh, tomorrow, baby, when the world is free. When the world is free. Yeah. Forgot we didn't have the horns doing a Who Do You Think You're Kidding, Mr. Hitler?
Yeah.
In our arrangement of that, the horns play at the end. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba, which is the theme tune to a famous British TV show called Dad's Army for all those Americans, and which the words of the song go, "Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler? If you think old England's done." That's the theme tune to Dad's Army. For those like Anthony and things who might like old school entertainment, well worth watching some of the original TV series, the British TV series. They remade it and they've done some new ones, and then they found some old scripts and did read it. But originally it's like, it went from like the 70s through the 80s. It was one of the longest TV shows. Anyway, it was about the, what do you call it in American? About the Home Guard. I don't know what you call that in America. Basically, the older guys who weren't sent to war, but they had to look after the area. They were sort of like the local army, Home Guard it's called. Anyway, so we stick that in the end of our White Cliffs of Dover. As a White Cliffs of Dover, we originally released it, recorded it, and released that version of it for a veterans charity, which is in the Royal British Legion. And we did this years ago. I think it was the anniversary of the Battle of Britain, and we released it. It got to, weirdly enough, something like 101 or 102 in the British single charts, which means if it had sold if it had moved up 3 more places, it would have been in the top 100 and would have gone in the legendary book of the charts. As it was, no one knew it was in the charts unless you were in the business and you had all the business magazines, music magazines, which had above the top 100. The public only never knew about the top 100 for the countdown. Anyway, there you go.
Well, Anthony says, I'm a big Britcom fan. I do know the show.
Brilliant, there you go.
He also loves Hello Hello, and
Hello.
he also loves Are You Being Served?
Anthony. It hasn't been happening recently, so you've missed it, but we used to have a lot of guests, or at least once every 2 weeks or something. We'd have an actor or a singer or somebody and we'd split the screen, and it's just we haven't got the tech at the moment. We'd have someone as a guest, and one of the funniest guests we had was a good friend of ours who plays Arthur Crabtree. Officer Crabtree, who is Arthur Bostrom from Hello Hello.
He can look back to that, can't he?
God moaning, I was pissing by your dough and all that. The policeman out of Hello Hello. We've got a whole story about Hello Hello. We can tell that later.
Who can tell him which one he was on?
Oh yes, Joy Ball, you wonderful person. If you could please let Anthony know which show had Officer Crabtree, Arthur Bostrom from Hello Hello, as the special guest. He was great. And the thing is, he's still doing stuff now. He does, during the pandemic, as it were, he does interpretations. Obviously, he's famous for speaking wrong, because he's meant to be, I don't know how people watch this. My wife watched this in Switzerland when she was young, even though she's Italian. They moved to Switzerland and they had it there. So they watched it in French. But it's basically about the Hello Hello. Hello Hello. See, that's how they say in French. Hello Hello is about the French resistance and some spies and things like that in a small village in France during the Second World War. And the policeman is a British spy pretending to be a French policeman who can't speak French very well. So they show that, they illustrate that by having him speak really badly and pronounce everything roly-bodily. And basically, you can't understand what he's saying. So now, Arthur Bostrom does these interpretations of what the Prime Minister and the government is saying and the restrictions and stuff. And he does an interpretation, but said like that. Very funny.
There you go.
Anyway.
Anthony's response. Good morning. I got hot on the head and pissed out. Laughing out loud. There you go.
Exactly. There, you know him. Well, anyway, he's a lovely guy. We know him. We've met all the guys from Hello Hello. They're lovely guys. And we actually ended up organising, believe it or not, a tour for them to go to Bulgaria. Because when we were in Bulgaria doing the jazz festival, the lady who was translating for us for the press conference, Slatna, is a big fan of the show. And she translated the show back in the day for Bulgarians. She translated it so well, because she loved it so much, a labour of love, that it became the big TV show in Bulgaria. So much so that in the newspapers in Bulgaria, they used to call their Chancellor of the Exchequer or somebody Herr Flick. So she found out that we knew them, and she arranged for them to do a tour of theatres over in Bulgaria. So it was fantastic. They loved it. What's he saying now? Okay. I'm talking too much now, I think.
No, that's fine. No, Stephen Frost is putting forward a very special request, and I think this one will be appropriate. He said, how about a song to remember all those family and friends who we've lost in these awful times? I just found out this morning that 3 of my fishing friends have gone. Don't know when, but one was buried today. So I'm very sorry to hear that. But
sorry to hear that.
I think Pack Up Your Troubles might be a good song to remember everybody.
Pack up your troubles.
I think that's
all
what
right.
We're all going to have to do. Pack up our troubles and get on with it.
Well, it was, it did help people pack up their troubles in the First World War.
Yeah.
Going to the trenches, and then also, of course, with the old, what they called then, the Spanish flu, or whatever.
Yeah.
But killing even more people. So, all we do is soldier on.
Exactly.
Oh, without the basses, it's interesting. Dum, dum, dum. So here we go. A duo, half Anthony Newley, with a bit of Bobby Darin. Cockney Bobby Darin. It's Anthony Newley. Pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. While you've a Lucifer to light your fag. Smile, boys, that's the style. What's the use of worrying? It never was worthwhile. So pack up your troubles in your own kit bag and smile, smile, smile. Pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. Why, you've a Lucifer to light your bag. Smile, boys, that's the style. What's the use of worrying? It never was worthwhile. So pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. Yeah, now. It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest gal I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly. Farewell, Leicester Square. Well, it's a long, long way to Tipperary, 'cause my gal's still there. Sing it with me. Pack up your troubles in your own kit bag and smile, smile, smile. Why, you've a Lucifer to light your bag, yeah. Smile, boys, that's the style. What's the use of worrying? It never was worthwhile. So pack up your troubles in your own kit bag and smile, 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 smile. Well, smile, smile, smile. Shut up, do 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 do, yeah. Smile.
There you go.
There you go, yes. So our condolences to Steve and anyone else. I think we've all had a few losses along the way. And as I said, our job is to soldier on and hopefully cheer you lot up enough to carry on soldiering on as well. Yeah. And hopefully give you, even if it's only a few minutes a night, respite from whatever's going on and cheer you up. Hopefully we do that. Let us know. Give us your feedback as long as it's good.
Exactly, because they're such a lovely lot.
Exactly.
A lovely lot they are. They look after us.
Cheers. Who else have we got watching while I'm having my tea? Fun, it's like you're sitting in my living room and playing for me. Well, you know what? We are, Rhoda. Here we are. It is actually, it's funny. How do you feel? Like, you know, it's almost like more intimate, isn't it? You know, maybe we'll just go off as a duo. No, but if it's working as we are, then good.
Me?
Someone's saying that the piano's a little quiet. Yeah, maybe I'm too loud then. I said I was a bit loud.
No, I've already adjusted a couple of things.
David Power. Okay now. David Power says, my gal is from Tipperary.
Fantastic.
It's not such a long way from you, though. That's fantastic. Terrific. Thank you. Anthony says, just asking, not sure if you answered before, do you know the song Near You by Francis Craig? No, don't know that. I'll have to investigate. Maybe you still don't know that one.
You had a good suggestion for a song earlier. You said chickens, didn't you say chickens?
Chickens, yeah, because that's up, isn't it? It's up.
Yeah.
Come on, let's all just go. Well, there's only me and Vince, so there's no horns, so you're all going to have to go and all that sort of stuff. Louis.
Boogie, that actually sounded.
Oh yeah, so how does it go?
That was quite effective. I don't know if we can do something similar.
Yeah,
well, we'll see what.
We'll scat it together, and it may or may not be in tune altogether, or in harmony.
Yeah, well, I'll try and follow your lead and see what happens.
All right. Ba-da, ba-da-da, bow. Ba-da, ba-da-da, bow. Ba-ba-da-bow. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-doo-da. Ba-da-ba-doo-da. Shiddy-dip, shidda-ba-ba-da. Ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. One night Farmer Brown was taking the air. He locked up the bandit with the greatest of care. Then in the hen house something stirred when he heard it do there. This is what he heard. There ain't nobody here but his chickens. Ain't nobody here at all. Well, calm yourself. Stop at us. Ain't nobody here but us. Chickens trying to sleep. You buttin', hobble, 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 hobble with your chin. Ain't nobody here but us chickens. Ain't nobody here at all. Well, calm yourself and stop that fuss. There ain't nobody here but us. Chickens trying to sleep. You buttin', hobble, 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 hobble. It's a sin. Well, tomorrow is a busy day. We got things to do. We got eggs to lay. We got ground to dig and worms to scratch. Takes a lot of sitting, getting chicks to hatch. Ain't nobody here but us chickens. Ain't nobody here at all. Well, calm yourself. Stop that fuss. There ain't nobody here but us. I kinda point that gun the other way. Hobble, hobble, hobble up and hit the hay. Shabba-da-bop, yeah. Woo. Clock, clock, clock.
Yeah.
Oh, the chickens. Oh, the chicken, yeah. Chicken in. Well, tomorrow is a busy day. We got things to do. We got eggs to lay. We got ground to dig and worms to scratch. Takes a lot of sitting, getting chicks to hatch. Ain't nobody here but us chickens. Ain't nobody here at all. Well, calm yourself and stop that fuss, man. There ain't nobody here but us. Kinda point that gun the other way. Hobble, hobble, hobble up and hit the hay.
Hey, what you say?
Well, it's easy pickings. Ain't nobody here but us chickens. Yeah. Oh, there you go. You realise that me and Vince have now become the hinge and bracket of Jive, but without the frocks. Only about 2 people out there are going to know who hinge and bracket are anyway. We're going to be the hinge and bracket of Jive, but without the frocks.
Oh, look. People are dancing and singing.
Whoa.
Lovely.
Bobbing around the room and, yeah, scatting some chickenling. There was this cluck, 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 cluck. Lovely.
And he says you can't go wrong with some Louis Jordan.
You can't go long. You can't go long. You can't go wrong with Louis Jordan, can you? Brilliant. All the Louis. We'll have to remember that some night. 3 Cats Called Louis, which is a song what Peter wrote, actually. Pete and you?
Which
Is it
one?
just Pete? 3 Cats.
No, it wasn't
Hey,
me,
well, that's
that
a
was
song about...
Pete, I think.
We have 3 cats, and there's Louis Prima, Louis Armstrong, and Louis Jordan, and 3 legends. Oh, Stephen Foster sent something.
Super sticker.
Thank you very much.
Wow, I do like that. Big thumbs up there.
Oh, we got a request for Almost Like Being in Love
I think we could probably
from
do
Gloria B. All right, let's have a go.
that. I always thought that was in B flat when we did that.
Did you?
Let me.
Hope so. The sun's in the sky.
Yeah, all the notes are around the... Yeah, that should work.
Ah, okay, we'll try. If it doesn't work, then I'll scream. We'll have to do something else. Like that ukulele player that someone sent me.
You know what, though? There's a little chart for it down here.
It might have, yeah. So Almost Like Being in Love. So I was looking for the chart, and Antonio Russo started doing this song actually during the stream. I can't remember if it was requested or not, but got the idea from originally and never did it was from years and years ago, 20 years ago or something or more, when we first started off. We played a swing festival with Buddy Greco, the great Buddy Greco, and he ended with I think he ended with this song, with Almost Like Being in Love, and I always remember it because in England you didn't have the proper Vegas singers over here. You didn't get to see that. You get the second-hand version of a guy in a pub trying to do it, but and it always comes across cheesy. So then people that think that cabaret and Vegas singing is completely cheesy, which of course it is, but it's not, because they really meant it and they really do. And when they're going, you know, I hope you're feeling great and all that stuff, it's showmanship and professionalism, and it brings the people in the audience who leave that night absolutely love to get. They're knitted together with love and affinity. They're all knitted together as a group, and we've been to them now. You know, when you see them, and you don't get so much of that in England. And so when we first did a gig and had Buddy Greco on, it really interested me, because I will try and end how he ended, which was so cheesy and so Vegas and so cabaret to me, being brought up in England, but at the same time so brilliant. I love it. Sammy Davis, all that stuff. So here we go. Almost Like Being in Love. Let's see.
Okay.
So what key's it in?
It is in fact in B flat. My memory served me well.
There you go then.
So let me do some kind of an intro.
Some sort of an intro. Some sort of, give it a nice one. That's a start. With a smile on my face for the whole human race. Why, it's almost like being in love. I can't remember the words.
Oh.
It's almost like being in love. Oh, the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, it's almost like being in love. With a smile on the face for the whole human race. Why, it's almost like being in love. Shabba-dee and a lot of toothpaste. Why, it's almost like being in love. Yabba-dabba-da-do. All the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I'd swear I was falling. It's almost like falling. I swear I was falling in. Vince. Shoo-da-ba-ba-doo-dee-doo, ship-beep-beep-bop-ba, shee-la-bop, shoo-la-bop, shoo-la-bip, shee-la-bip-la-bip-dee-doo-ba-ba-doo-bee, shee-da-bee-doo-doo-dee, sha-ba-da-doo-dee, shee-da-bee-doo-sat, shop-sa-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. All the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, well, it's almost like being in. I want to thank you all for being great. I mean you. There you go. That's how it ended. And I saw that when I was it must have been a long time ago. I was in my 20s or something. I went, yes.
Always.
That's how you got it. I want to thank you all for being great. That's it. There's no people like show people. And seeing him, he was one of the greats. Wish I'd have seen Sammy Davis. Never saw Sammy Davis. Saw Sinatra in the round and the arena, the Docklands Arena, a long time ago, when Sinatra was pretty old then. Me and Ken went to see him. And other than that, as I've mentioned a few times probably on here, is about 2 or 3 years ago we saw Paul Anka when he was 75, so however many years ago that was. We saw Paul Anka live in Florida when we had a day off, a weird night off in Florida. And Eliza James, who's a lovely girl who plays violin for him, got a few of us tickets to see him. He did 2 hours straight at the age of 75. Couldn't get him off stage. I mean, in a good way. They wanted him to come back and he wanted to carry on. the stories he told, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Pure. I don't know. I don't like to be one of those sort of going on about that modern music that I'm not into. But I don't know if Justin Bieber will be doing that at the age of 75, if you know what I mean. And having written most of those songs as well. Fantastic. And then Anthony and a couple of others who may have missed it, when it was Paul Anka's birthday, we did a couple of Paul Anka songs on here on the JiveStream, and we sent Eliza, who's in his band, said, send me the clip. So we sent the clip of us doing, and then Paul Anka tweeted our clip of us doing Diana, I think. You're so young and I'm so old. Yeah. Very nice.
Great response, didn't we?
Great response, yeah, fantastic.
He tweeted something, didn't he?
Yeah, he tweeted it. He actually he got our clip and tweeted it and said something like, "These cool guys did this lovely song. Did my song as a tribute to me for my birthday on their live stream." So thanks to Eliza James for passing it on, and thanks Paul Anka for tweeting us. So love all that era, all those people. As you know, we've worked with Keely Smith. We had the honour of working with Keely Smith for a long while, towards the end of her life. And obviously started off with her daughter, her lovely daughter, Tony Elizabeth Prima, who's the daughter of Louis Prima and Keely Smith. We have videos of that online. I think I put one up. There's one of me actually backstage with Keely, just messing around. Maybe I'll stick that in the green room one night, maybe tonight if I remember. There's one of literally me during a rehearsal or sound check. We're not even the sound check because we got the what do they call the hard curtain? Oh. The iron curtain, is it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so we're not even sound checked out the front yet. We were literally backstage. I think Vince might be playing the Sunny Side of the Street or something on the piano. And me and Keely Smith start singing to each other.
That's right. She started singing and then you started singing.
Yeah. I'll stick that in.
The grand piano.
Yeah. Anyway, you'll see our relationship from that. I'll stick it in the green room. Anyway, brilliant. Anyone else want to talk about such things? I love it. And Anthony was talking about Bobby Darin and Bobby Darin's brother. I know that just knowing through Tony Prima, Bobby Darin used to come round on Sundays around Tony Prima's house, Keely Smith's house, and play the piano for the kids on a Sunday. Can you imagine that? Oh yeah, Bobby Darin came round to play the piano for us, and who else was there? Loads of people used to come around. Who we got? Oh, Gloria! Wow, Gloria! Thank you, Gloria. She sent us some a tip. Got a request to put your head on my shoulder from Teresa. I don't know that. Anthony says, you fellows were so lucky to work with Keely. Yeah, you better believe it. And is that my mic?
Ooh,
is it working?
Push the mic in properly.
Let's see, we're messing everything up here. You fit together great. You've seen the videos. Cicada Club videos, yes. Yeah, Anthony's been putting them up actually in the group. Cicada Club videos. Stephen Frost, first time I saw Jive Aces was with Tony Prima at the Eastbourne Bandstand. Wow. That must have been a while ago now.
Remember it well.
Wow, yeah. No, that was great. We haven't done that for years. Obviously not this year. We were meant to be doing the Hippodrome Theatre in Eastbourne. But that was obviously cancelled. But most of our gigs, though, I know it sounds mad, most of them are only postponed. And even though some have been repostponed and have to going to be repostponed again, the big, what do we call the show? It's so long since we did it. Big Beat Review Show. The Big Beat Review Show with the Jive Aces, Cara, Tony Sochi on the trumpet, Lottie Lowe on the baritone. Gosh, I've got to have a good memory for this. And all that, and Granch, of course, all over the accordion, will be back on the road once all this takes off.
I'm going to interrupt this for a second and just have a little play with your microphone.
Are they not understand? Maybe you just can't hear me.
Hold on a second, hold on. So, right, now, I haven't known that.
Is it working now? Have I got to say all those things then again?
I don't know.
Good, that's probably good.
No, it says it's fine.
I was really starting talking while you were looking for something. All right, so what are we going to do now? I think we should end off pretty soon. I was going to end up earlier. How about Diana? No, we'd have to have the stuff for that, a chart and the words. It was a one-off, basically.
Oh yeah, we don't know that one. Someone said "Fly Me to the Moon."
Fly Me to the Moon. Let's do Fly Me to the Moon, and then one more sort of more rock and roll-y thing to end on. So let's get a nice medium-y. Do you know Fly Me? You got Fly Me to the Moon? Do you need a chart, or do you know it?
I probably know it. Let's see, what key do we do it in normally?
I hope it's the right key, but if not, I'll have a go anyway. Yeah. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. I want to see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, in other words, in other words, I love you. Be mine. There you go. That's quite nice.
Yeah.
And Rhoda's effort says, I saw Sammy Davis at the Big Al nightclub in London. He was fantastic, so talented. Very jealous.
The Pig Owl.
But the Pig Owl, which is one of our favourite places to play until they shut down. It opened up again. I think it was the same building, but they renovated it. And we played there from, I guess, when did we play there? From like the early 2000s. From the early 2000s for a few years, 10 years. It was owned by Vince Power, who's probably related to David, who's watching. Vince Power, who used to own the Mean Fiddler, which is a famous live venue, and also he ran or owned or something to do with Glastonbury, loads of other places. He now does Nell's Jazz and Blues in South Ken, and but basically he owned it, he looked after it, and we used to play there at least one Saturday a month, and it would be sold out, and it was fantastic. Anthony would have loved it, the Pig Owl Club. It was full on total supper club in the heart of London, Piccadilly Circus, right in the heart. Unbelievable. Used to love playing there every night when we did it. Brilliant. There you go.
Right.
I am more jealous of you guys seeing the Aces live. Oh, thank you very much. But I'd love to see Sammy, because you just never know how they really were. I'd love to have seen Louis Prima live, of course, as well. So when we do a gig in America and one of these older guys goes, you guys, you remind me of Louis Prima. I saw him in 1956. And you go, wow, what was he like? And they go, why, like you guys. And you think, no, he wouldn't have been like us. He was like Louis Prima. And he's like, but, you know, I guess in America you're sort of spoilt for seeing all these guys. All right, then.
So you something up?
Something up, or something not up necessarily, but something more. Well, I'll tell you what, you were going to do, you wanted to do, weirdly enough, you wanted to do some Elvis, didn't you? What do you want to do?
Oh, well, because Heartbreak Hotel was released today, wasn't it?
Oh, not very up. Well, let's do Heartbreak Hotel anyway. Let's do a nice bluesy, rock and rolly, piano-y version of Heartbreak Hotel. And then say goodbye to the lovely people. We were only going to do half an hour. It's now coming up to normal end time. So I need to rest the voice.
If I can find out what key we did it in for. By
D normally.
Scanning through.
D normally.
D. There you go. We did do it in D. Great. Okay, fine. So I'm going to close that.
All right. Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's down at the end of lonely street at Heartbreak Hotel. Well, I feel so lonely, baby. I feel so lonely. I feel so lonely I could die. Desktop tears keep flowing. The desktop dressed in black. They've been so long down lonely street, they're never coming back. I feel so lonely, baby. I feel so lonely. I feel so lonely I could die. Well, if your baby leaves you, you've gotta tell. Just take a walk down lonely street to Heartbreak Hotel. Well, I feel so lonely, baby. I feel so lonely. I feel so lonely I could die. Yeah, play the blues now. Yeah, now. All right. Ooh, yeah. There's another one. Yeah. Yeah, now. Tears keep flowing, the desk lights dressed in black. They've been so long down lonely street, they're never coming back. Oh, well, I feel so lonely, baby. I feel so lonely. I feel so lonely I could die. Well, if your baby leaves you, you got a tale to tell. Just take a walk down lonely street to Heartbreak Hotel. Oh, well, I feel so lonely, baby. I feel so lonely. I feel so lonely I could die. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Well, thank you very much. A few people saying there'll be a Viva Las Vegas again. Yes, we will. I wonder when it's going to be. Oh. And I can't see who's that. Someone? Fan? Srini? I can't read that, sorry. A cent. Wow, a big tip. Fan? Fam, I think it is. Sorry, I can't read your handle there. Alright then, everyone. We love you all madly. And someone did just say that even if we just sang a... you'd... What's it? Hold on, let me have a look. Oh no. Someone said if we just read a telephone directory, you'd still tune in and applaud. But what does that mean, that we sound as boring as if we were just reading a telephone directory? Anyway, thank you very much for supporting us, and hopefully we're supporting you, supporting us. Support us, to help you. Thanks for checking in. We'll be here tomorrow about 8:30, give or take a few. Be ready. Who knows? It's a toss-up, isn't it? Is it going to be on YouTube? Is it going to be on Twitch? Is it going to be on Facebook? Seems to me, though, that YouTube seems to be
There you go. You can see mine now.
working well enough. Yeah, that's fine. All right, then. We'll see you tomorrow. Meanwhile, we'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again. Yes, I know we'll meet again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Toodle pip.
Good.
Cheerio.
Cheerio.
TTFN.
TTFN.
Tally-ho.
Tally-ho.
See you later.
See you later.
So long.
So long.
Well, I know we'll meet again some sunny day. La 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 la. So thank you for letting us into your living rooms this evening. From our living room to yours, from our sofa to yours. It's saying good night from JiveStream. Buenas noches.
Time to wave.